Yo, what up everybody's boy Goose, and welcome to the channel.
In this video, we're going to talk about the Feline Kitty custom Yu-Gi-Oh deck.
This idea was inspired by an article about a Japanese scientist named Dr. Toru Miyazaki and a party game known as Exploading Kittens. According to the article and Reddit posts, 30% of cats suffer from kidney disease and is the leading cause of death in older cats. The scientist Toru Miyazaki has made a treatment to help cats live 30 more years and has been on the verge of distribution. To read more, I put a link to both articles in the description below. Exploding Kittens is a popular card game where players draw cards until they draw an exploding kitten card, which eliminates them from the game. Every other card has the option to save you from being eliminated. Thus, the last player standing wins the game. With that being said, let's go on with the cards. Now, our kitty monsters have two factoring effects. If they're summoned by a kitty monster, they can either add Feline Survivor or Feline Enhancement to your hand. Then, if a kitty monster is destroyed by your opponent, whether it's by battle or card effect, you can special summon a specific kitty monster from your hand or your deck. The only exception of the cards in this video is Dr. Kitty. Now, seeing as the little doctor that he is, he's the only one who's able to help cure the kitties and allows you to do more of your plays together. For when he's summoned by a kitty monster, you can shuffle one kitty monster from your graveyard into the deck and draw one card. And when he's destroyed by your opponent, whether it's by battle or card effect, you can shuffle one feline spell or trap card from your graveyard into the deck and special summon one kitty monster from your graveyard or banishment. Now, following suit, we have Apocalypse Kitty. Now, this card gets to add Feline Enhancement from your deck to your hand when it's summoned by a kitty monster, and when it's destroyed by your opponent, you can destroy one card on the field and special summon one Virus Kitty from your hand or deck. Next up, we have Virus Kitty. Now, this card, when summoned by a kitty monster, can add Feline Enhancement from your graveyard or your banished zone to your hand. And once per turn, if it's destroyed by your opponent, you can special summon Mecha Kitty from your hand or deck. And during each standby phase, while this card's in the graveyard, all monsters on the field except Machine Kitty monsters lose 400 attack and defense. Speaking of Machine Kitty monsters that are unaffected by the Virus Kitty effect, we have Mecha Kitty. When this card is summoned by a kitty monster, you can add Feline Survivors from your deck to your hand, and when it's destroyed by your opponent, it destroys all spells and trap cards on the field and special summon Cyborg Kitty from your hand or your deck. Now, closing out our monsters is our other machine-type kitty monster, Cyborg Kitty. Now, when this card is summoned by a kitty monster, you can add Feline Survivors from your graveyard or banishment to your hand. And if this card is destroyed by your opponent, you can destroy all monsters on the field and special summon Apocalypse Kitty from your hand or your deck. Now, with all the feline spells and trap cards that was mentioned in each of the monsters, we have Feline Survivors. Now, this card allows you to special summon a kitty monster from your hand or your graveyard. And if a kitty monster is destroyed, you can add this card from your graveyard back to your hand. Now, closing out the deck is our other feline card, Feline Enhancement. Now, this trap card allows all kitty monsters you control to be unaffected by other card effects this turn, and power up all your kitty monsters by 1000 attack and defense if you activate the card during the battle phase. You can also activate the card from your hand simply by discarding another kitty monster. And that about does it for this video. Comment down below your favorite card of the deck, what cards can be added to the deck, and what franchise should I translate into a Yu-Gi-Oh deck next. Comment all of that down below. Subscribe to know when I post next. Also, feel free to check out the articles down below about Toru Miyazaki's discovery and the Exploding Kittens party game. But with that being said, I'm sending positive vibes and kindness to everyone and keep things PG. Positively Goose. Bye, guys.